Hello, football fans, and welcome to Dallas Cowboys News, brought to you by the portal Dallas Cowboys News Fan. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's got everyone buzzing. Could tight end Dalton Schultz make a sensational return to the Dallas Cowboys? It's a move that many fans would love to see, and it certainly makes for an intriguing discussion. Dalton Schultz was a fan favorite during his time in Dallas, consistently providing a reliable target for Dak Prescott. After playing under the franchise tag and then signing with the Houston Texans, he's proven his worth as a productive tight end in the league. Now, with the Cowboys constantly looking to bolster their offensive firepower, the idea of bringing Schultz back into the fold has naturally come up. Let's break down why this move could make sense for both sides. For the Cowboys, while Jake Ferguson has stepped up admirably, adding a proven veteran like Schultz would provide incredible depth and a familiar connection with Dak. Imagine having two top-tier tight ends in the system, creating matchup nightmares for opposing defenses. Schultz's ability to run precise routes, make contested catches, and contribute in blocking would elevate the entire offense. He's a known quantity, a player who understands the Cowboys system and the expectations that come with wearing the star. From Schultz's perspective, a return to Dallas could offer a chance to play for a perennial contender in a familiar environment and potentially in a scheme that maximizes his talents. He's currently under contract with the Texans, having signed a 3-year, $36 million deal in March 2024. This contract includes a significant cap hit of $14 million in 2025 and $14 million in 2026. For the Cowboys to acquire him, it would likely involve a trade with the Texans, which means giving up draft capital or waiting until his contract is up in 2027, which might be too late. The Texans would have a substantial dead cap hit if they were to release or trade him pre-June 1st in 2025, $16 million dead cap for a pre-June 1st release. A post-June 1st trade would be more palatable for Houston, splitting the dead cap over 2 years. So, while the idea of a reunion is exciting, there are significant financial and logistical hurdles to overcome. The Cowboys' current tight end depth chart features Jake Ferguson and Luke Schoonmaker, both of whom are developing players. Any move for Schultz would depend on how the Cowboys evaluate the growth of their current tight ends and their willingness to allocate significant salary cap space or draft picks for a position where they already have starters. Dallas currently has around $32 million in cap space for 2025, which gives them some flexibility, but they also have other key players to consider extending, like Dak Prescott and CD Lamb. Man, I'm telling you, this story about Dalton Schultz coming back to the Cowboys is enough to drive any fan crazy. As a die-hard fan myself, I'm filled with a mix of hope and a touch of skepticism, you know? First, let's be honest, Schultz was something special here. That guy who always showed up at the right time, sure hands, well-run routes. Dak trusted him with his eyes closed, and we saw the chemistry on the field. Losing him was a blow, even with Ferguson's progress. Jake is good, talented, no doubt. But the experience and security that Schultz brought, especially on third downs and in the red zone, were on another level. Just imagine having Ferguson and Schultz on the same team. That would be a nightmare for any defensive coordinator. Two tight ends who can block, but who are real threats catching the ball. We'd see play-action plays that would fool everyone, and Dak's passing line would have targets everywhere. We could have more two tight end sets, further diversifying the attack. It would be a much more unpredictable and powerful offensive unit. My God, just thinking about it gives me chills. But then, reason knocks on the door, right? The guy signed a big contract with the Texans. It's not like a player who is at the end of his career, looking for one last good contract. He is in a veteran contract. Bringing him back wouldn't be free. Either we get rid of some draft picks, which are the future of the team, or we wait for him to become a free agent down the line, running the risk of him not being at the same level anymore, or another team getting there first. And the salary cap? We always hear that the Cowboys are tight on the cap, with important negotiations for Dak and CeeDee Lamb coming up. Is it worth spending a lot of money on a tight end, no matter how good he is, when we already have Ferguson growing? I understand that management has to think about the long term, the sustainability of the team. But as a fan, what I want is to win now. And Dalton Schultz is a player who has proven to help win. He knows the way. He knows the house, the locker room. There would be no adaptation time. He would arrive and play. We're always in that dilemma, right? Focus on the future with the young guys, or go after a veteran who could be the missing piece to really compete for the Super Bowl. Deep down, I think it would be a calculated risk, but a risk worth taking. If we can find a way to bring him in without compromising the future too much, without having to give up a CeeDee Lamb, for example, I'd be in. Seeing Schultz back wearing the blue and silver uniform with that number 86. That would be a real reinforcement. But while that doesn't happen, we keep cheering, vibing with Jake Ferguson, and dreaming of a roster that has maximum strength in every position. Because in the end, what we want is to see the Lombardi Trophy back in Dallas. Go Cowboys! In conclusion, a Dalton Schultz return to the Dallas Cowboys is more than just a nostalgic fantasy. It's a legitimate, albeit complicated, possibility. His talent and familiarity with the team make him an attractive target. The question isn't whether he could help, but rather if the financial and trade compensation align with the Cowboys' long-term strategy and cap management. It's definitely a story to watch as the offseason progresses. What do you think, Cowboys Nation? Would you want to see Dalton Schultz back in Dallas? Let us know in the comments below! And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and follow the Portal Dallas Cowboys news fan for all the latest updates on your favorite team. We'll keep you informed on all the Dallas Cowboys news.